This is Residence 104.4 FM. Flipping marvellous. How you doing? I'm Nick Hennegan, and welcome to another slice of Literary London, where we kind of look at whatever we want to look at, really. We celebrate literature and writers and writing. If there's anyone you'd like to celebrate, then as always, do get in touch. You can email radio@mavericktheatre.co.uk, radio@mavericktheatre.co.uk, or my new email, which is Nick, N-I-C-K, at bohemianbritain.com. I know, it's a lot of spelling. Nick, N-I-C-K, at bohemianbritain.com. Get in touch. So anything you want to celebrate, if you've written something, or you know of an event happening, or we're going to do, next week or the week after, we're going to do another literary request show as well. So if there's someone you'd like to say hello to, or send love to, or any other positive message, and you'd like a particular poem or piece of music playing, then again, Nick at bohemianbritain.com or radio@mavericktheatre.co.uk. But this time, after our American kind of excursions for the last couple of shows, I thought we'd look at someone very, very English. Absolutely, because we are celebrating on the 7th of April, 1770, a child was born, and his name was William Wordsworth. Why, yes, the poet. William Wordsworth, of course, who was, Britain's poet laureate, apart from anything else, from 1843 until he passed away in 1850, I think, of pleurisy. He was a major English romantic poet who helped to launch the Romantic Age in English literature. And I'm going to play you some of his better known poems. But of course, he also was very tied together with Samuel Taylor Coleridge. In 1795, he met Samuel in Somerset. The two poets quickly developed a close friendship and worked together on all sorts of things. So I thought I'd start off, even though we are celebrating Wordsworth, with a Samuel, an offering from Samuel. See what you think of this.
The frost performs its secret ministry, unhelped by any wind. The owlet's cry came loud, and hark again, loud as before. The inmates of my cottage, all at rest, have left me to that solitude which suits abstruser musings, save that at my side my cradled infant slumbers peacefully. 'Tis calm indeed, so calm that it disturbs and vexes meditation with its strange and extreme silentness. Sea, hill, and wood, this populous village, sea and hill and wood, with all the numberless goings-on of life, inaudible as dreams. The thin blue flame lies on my low-burnt fire and quivers not. Only that film which fluttered on the grate still flutters there, the sole unquiet thing. Methinks its motion in this hush of nature gives it dim sympathies with me who live, making it a companionable form, whose puny flaps and freaks the idling spirit by its own moods interprets, everywhere echo or mirror seeking of itself, and makes a toy of thought. But oh, how oft at school with most believing mind, presageful, have I gazed upon the bars, to watch that fluttering stranger, and as oft with unclosed lids already had I dreamt of my sweet birthplace and the old church tower, whose bells, the poor man's only music, rang from morn to evening all the hot fair day, so sweetly that they stirred and haunted me with a wild pleasure, falling on mine ear most like articulate sounds of things to come. So gazed I, till the soothing things I dreamt lulled me to sleep, and sleep prolonged my dreams. And so I brooded all the following morn, awed by the stern preceptor's face, mine eye fixed with mock study on my swimming book, save if the door half opened, and I snatched a hasty glance, and still my heart leaped up, for still I hoped to see the stranger's face, townsman or aunt or sister more beloved, my playmate when we both were clothed alike. Dear babe, that sleepest cradled by my side, whose gentle breathings heard in this deep calm fill up the interspersed vacancies and momentary pauses of the thought. My babe so beautiful, it thrills my heart with tender gladness thus to look at thee, and think that thou shalt learn far other lore, and in far other scenes. For I was reared in the great city, pent mid cloisters dim, and saw naught lovely but the sky and stars. But thou, my babe, shalt wander like a breeze by lakes and sandy shores, beneath the crags of ancient mountains, and beneath the clouds which image in their bulk both lakes and shores and mountain crags. So shalt thou see and hear the lovely shapes and sounds intelligible of that eternal language, which thy God utters, who from eternity doth teach himself in all, and all things in himself. Great universal teacher, he shall mould thy spirit, and by giving make it ask. Therefore all seasons shall be sweet to thee, whether the summer clothe the general earth with greenness, or the redbreast sit and sing betwixt the tufts of snow on the bare branch of mossy apple tree, while the nigh thatch smokes in the sun thaw, whether the eavesdrops fall heard only in the trances of the blast, or if the secret ministry of frost shall hang them up in silent icicles, quietly shining to the quiet moon.
Oh, that's very atmospheric, isn't it? Frost at Midnight by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Even though we are celebrating the birthday of William Wordsworth, born on the 7th of April, 1717, he had some great quotes as well. I think, where is the one that is often quoted, attributed to him, well, because it was his quote, is where he talks about poetry. Poetry, said William Wordsworth, is the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. It takes its origin from emotion, recollected in tranquility. Pretty good. I also quite like this one. The good die first. They whose hearts are dry as summer dust burn to the socket. And I like this one as well if you're a writer. To begin, begin. That's it. 3 words. And of course he's perhaps well known, one of his more famous works, also known as The Daffodils, is this. I wandered lonely as a cloud.
I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high o'er vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, they stretched in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. For oft when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye which is the bliss of solitude. And then my heart with pleasure fills, and dances with the daffodils.
Daffodils by William Wordsworth, whose birthday we are celebrating. I'm Nick Hennegan. This is Resonance 104.4 FM. It's literally London. Don't forget as well, we're also on bohemianbritain.com. My kind of messy little dump for, well, all sorts of things, including this radio show. You may be listening if you are. Hello. Welcome to bohemianbritain.com. And when I was looking for some of Wordsworth's poems, and we've got some lovely ones to come, I actually kind of bumped into this by accident. And as the weather's slightly better here in the UK, well, certainly in the south of England at the moment, around the London and Birmingham area, which is where I currently am, near Stratford-upon-Avon, don't you know? I came across this and I thought, I haven't heard it for ages. And I thought I'd play it for you now. It's not actually William Wordsworth, but it is a William.
The Longest Day by William Wordsworth. Let us quit the leafy arbour and the torrent murmuring by, for the sun is in his harbour, weary of the open sky. Evening now unbinds the fetters fashioned by the glowing light. All that breathe are thankful debtors to the harbinger of night. Yet by some grave thoughts attended, Eve renews her calm career, for the day that now is ended is the longest of the year. Dora, sport as now thou sportest on this platform light and free. Take thy bliss, while longest, shortest are indifferent to thee. Who would check the happy feeling that inspires the linnet's song? Who would stop the swallow wheeling on her pinions swift and strong? Yet at this impressive season, words which tenderness can speak from the truths of homely reason might exalt the loveliest cheek. And while shades to shades succeeding steal the landscape from the sight, I would urge this moral pleading, last forerunner of good night. Summer ebbs. Each day that follows is a reflux from on high, tending to the darksome hollows where the frosts of winter lie. He who governs the creation in his providence assigns such a gradual declination to the life of humankind. Yet we mark it not. Fruits redden, fresh flowers blow as flowers have blown, and the heart is loath to deaden hopes that she so long hath known. Be thou wiser, youthful maiden, and when thy decline shall come, let not dowers or boughs fruit-laden hide the knowledge of thy doom. Now, even now, ere wrapped in slumber, fix thine eyes upon the sea that absorbs time, space, and number. Look thou to eternity. Follow thou the flowing river on whose breast are thither borne all deceived and each deceiver through the gates of night and morn. Through the year's successive portals, through the bounds which many a star marks, not mindless of frail mortals when his light returns from far. Thus, when thou with time hast travelled toward the mighty gulf of things, and the mazy stream unravelled with thy best imaginings, think if thou on beauty leanest, think how pitiful that stay. Did not virtue give the meanest charms superior to decay? Duty, like a strict preceptor, sometimes frowns or seems to frown. Choose her thistle for thy sceptre, while youth's roses are thy crown. Grasp it. If thou shrink and tremble, fairest damsel of the green, thou wilt lack the only symbol that proclaims a genuine queen, and ensures those palms of honour which selected spirits wear, bending low before the donor, Lord of heaven's unchanging year.
The Longest Day by William Wordsworth. And before that you heard Ralph Vaughan Williams and his Fantasia on Greensleeves, which kind of, I think it fits, don't you, with William Wordsworth, whose birthday we are celebrating. Excuse me, I'm Nick Hennegan. This is Resonance 104.4 FM. It's literary London, also on bohemianbritain.com. And talking of other popular cultural offerings based on Wordsworth's poetry. Of course, Ken Russell in 1978 made a film called William and Dorothy, portraying the relationship between William and his sister Dorothy. They travelled together extensively from their Lake District home. Wordsworth and Coleridge's friendship was examined in the film Pandemonium by Julian Temple in 2000. He's also appeared as a character in works of fiction, including A Poet's Youth in 1923. William Kinsolving had a work of fiction called Mr. Christian, 1996. The Eyre Affair in 2001 by Jasper Fforde. Val McDermott did The Grave Tattoo in 2006, featuring Wordsworth as a character. And Sue Lim, The Wordsmiths at Goresmere in 2008. Wordsworth appeared in that as well. I also quite like the fact that it's a film I used to love as a younger lad. Isaac Asimov's 1966 novelisation of the 1966 film Fantastic Voyage. Do you remember Fantastic Voyage? It sees Dr. Peter Duval quoting Wordsworth The Prelude as the miniaturised submarine sails through the cerebral fluid surrounding a human brain, comparing it to the strange seas of thought. Yeah. And possibly a bit more contemporary, Taylor Swift's 2020 album, Folklore, alludes to Wordsworth in her bonus track, The Lakes, which is thought to be all about the Lake District. I should have a look for it now, shouldn't I? The Lakes. Yeah, hang on.
Is it romantic how all my elegies eulogize me? I'm not cut out for all these cynical clones, these hunters with cell phones. Take me to the lakes where all the poets went to die. I don't belong, and my beloved, neither do you. Those Windermere peaks look like a perfect place to cry. I'm setting off, but not without my muse. What should be over burrowed under my skin in heart-stopping waves of hurt. I've come too far to watch some name-dropping sleeves tell me what are my words worth. Take me to the lakes where all the poets went to die. I don't belong, and my beloved, neither do you. Those Windermere peaks look like a perfect place to cry. I'm setting off, but not without my muse. I want auroras and sad prose. I want to watch wisteria grow right over my bare feet, 'cause I haven't moved in years. And I want you right here. A red rose grew up out of ice-frozen ground, with no one around to tweet it, while I bathe in cliffside pools with my calamitous love and insurmountable grief. Take me to the lakes where all the poets went to die. I don't belong, and my beloved, neither do you. Those Windermere peaks look like a perfect place to cry. I'm setting off, but not without my muse, not without you. Take me to the lakes where all the poets went to die. I don't belong, and my beloved, neither do you. Those Windermere peaks look like a perfect place to cry. I'm setting off, but not without my muse, no, not without you.
Isn't that cute? Taylor Swift and The Lakes. And yeah, Wordsworth gets a mention in there. Of course, possibly one of his most famous works, he's got so many, hasn't he? William Wordsworth, whose birthday we're celebrating today, is Composed upon Westminster Bridge. September the 3rd, 1802. It's a sonnet describing London and the River Thames viewed from Westminster Bridge in the early morning. It was first published in the collection Poems in 2 volumes in 1807. And this is it.
Earth has not anything to show more fair. Dull would he be of soul who could pass by a sight so touching in its majesty. The city now doth like a garment wear the beauty of the morning, Silent, bare, ships, towers, domes, theatres, and temples lie, open unto the fields and to the sky, all bright and glittering in the smokeless air. Never did sun more beautifully steep in his first splendour valley, rock, or hill. Ne'er saw I, never felt a calm so deep. The river glideth at his own sweet will. Dear God, the very houses seem asleep, and all that mighty heart is lying still.
Ah, yes, the classic. Composed upon Westminster Bridge, September the 3rd, 1802. Of course, by William Wordsworth, whose birthday we're celebrating today. A few other quotes that I quite like from him. The mind that is wise mourns less for what age takes away than what it leaves behind. That's if you're getting on a bit like I am. I don't like that one. Yes, and this is quite interesting. The human mind is capable of excitement without the application of gross and violent stimulants, and he must have a very faint perception of its beauty and dignity who does not know this. Good stuff. And I go back to that great quote from him. To begin, begin. And on that note, it's time for us to end. Thank you very much for your company, celebrating the genius of William Wordsworth. I shall be back same time, same place next week. Join me on bohemianbritain.com if you haven't already. I've started an ASMR channel. You know, this soft talking thing. And I don't know why I'm sort of slightly dubious about telling people about it. It's called ASMR Classic 1. So if you're doing nothing and you like being put to sleep, have a listen to that. But chiefly, I shall see you next time. As I say, thank you very much for your company. I'm Nick Hennegan. This is Literary London, and this is Resonance 104.4 FM.